Now you completed lesson 1. Let's move on to lesson 2. Things to consider when planning your novel now that you have decided to write a novel. You must plan and begin writing it. You need to do some things before you start writing your book. These things are 1. The first thing you need to do is decide what kind of novel you want to write. This may sound like an easy question, but many people have difficulty deciding what type of novel they want to write. You should also be clear about what kind of novel you want. Are you going to write a thriller, or are you going to write a romance? When writing a romance novel, you must decide whether to write a historical or contemporary romance. 2. The second thing you need to do before writing your novel is deciding how much money you will spend on the research. Most writers start with very little research and then spend thousands of dollars on research. You need to decide what you can afford to pay and then stick to it. 3. The third thing you need to do to plan your novel is deciding how much time you have available to write your book. Many writers find that they have too much work and not enough time to write their novels. You should make sure that you have enough time to write your book. 4. The fourth thing you need to do when planning your novel is decide where you will write your book. Do you want to write your book at home or in a coffee shop? If you are going to write your book in a coffee shop, you will need to buy a table and chair to sit down and write. 5. The fifth thing you need to do in planning your novel is decide who will read your book. You need to determine if you will give your book to your spouse, friends, or other family members. If you are giving your novel to someone else, you need to make sure that they understand what you are trying to accomplish.